It's December 26th. My projects for this walk are to return one overdue library book and to take all 5 of my top 5 selfies of 2014. I'm not just taking the piss, I do actually like these shots. So counting the weekend I have a 5-day weekend, and I somehow managed to convince myself again that the fantasy is real, that I would just throw myself into creative work for all that time. I'm a slow learner. Man, this is exuberant. This is really like the kind of Christmas decorating you do when you just go into a fugue state and then you wake up out front and the lights boxes are empty. Is this a neighborhood where I'll get arrested for talking to my phone? Let's find out. Here it is again. And I have no idea if you can see that. But there's just, for no apparent reason, this little clump of these flies all clustered together. And every time I've ever seen these in the past, I thought it was about, I was seeing them in a shaft of sunlight under a tree, during the summer, or something like that. And so I just assumed that these little clumps were actually everywhere. I just couldn't see them most of the time because, like, against that grass, you can't see it at all. And it took until today, I saw one of these earlier, and it took until today for me to realize, well, this isn't caused by any environmental factors. This is caused by the fact that these bugs want to reproduce. This is, they don't have any social needs. Like, there's no kind of real protection they get from all hanging out in a clump. Probably the opposite. What are they trying to do? Fuck each other. That's it. Maybe that's obvious to everyone else. I don't know. Is that 5? I think that's 5. It's not really selfie weather. I am not a bug. I do have social needs, and I have not done a great job planning for them over the course of these 5 days. So I'm not really feeling fully human. I would like to feel less bug-like than this, we'll say. Nothing makes being alone feel right like being alone browsing bookshelves. So that's upsetting. Two of my favorite things, lights and gutters. I like lights. And I like booze. I probably need to stop drinking though, because I am fatter than I've been in a very long time and it is salting my game. As much as I don't like the thought of cutting alcohol, it is kind of the easiest source of calories to cut. But this town feels really centered on alcohol. If you're just itching to get out of your house and you don't have anything planned, where do you go? You go to a bar. I mean, I guess I can plan on filling my evenings with mind-numbingly tedious exercise. Makes sense. But that don't mean I gotta like it. This one is nice. Points. The awful truth about me is that I really like Christmas, but I don't like the way that Christmas basically spends 10 weeks out of every year telling, anybody who wasn't fundamentally raised Christian that we technically see them, but we don't really see them. And I hope that this video didn't make anybody feel that way at a time when a lot of us have been visiting our families and therefore have been struggling with people who don't see us fundamentally in ways that we need them to, and who do see us in ways that no one else can. So stay strong, stay sharp, because the most important thing about Questpunk is it don't take no vacation. Although the double negative there is important in some way, I don't really understand how. And if you see the Buddha on the road,